color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man. Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day. While the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor, he was telling you to build your own house.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. Testing this new software out. YouTube is, I guess, trying to get more into what they're trying to get into. But we'll play around and we'll test it because we haven't been on in a hot minute anyway, because my internet service was down, not through anything of my own, but because of the great service of AT&T, who took 27 days to get me a working line back in. So we apologize for not being around, not being able to come to you live, and hopefully we're streaming right now. So we're just gonna get into it because I got to figure out all these new bells and whistles that they got up here on the YouTube side of the game. What I wanted to talk about real quickly, and I know everybody else has already given their opinion, so why not give my opinion? And we're talking about, well, the show tonight is called No Hugs for Slugs, Judge. And we're talking about Judge Tammy Kemp, who presided over the Botham James trial, where the young man was assassinated in his own home, and this white woman got to cry and get hugs from the victim's family, and then she got reassurance from the judge and support from the judge on how, she can find redemption. And it's almost like I'm getting tired of people standing behind, the Bible when they do something, because it came out that Tammy Kemp had been endorsed and supported by the Dallas Police Department in her run for judgeship years ago. And now you have a Dallas police officer convicted of a crime, not receiving the maximum years that she could have received, because the judge, I guess the jury decided, it's just another black boy sitting in his house eating ice cream and smoking that marijuana. Why ruin the life of a good white woman who obviously made a mistake? And, a lot of black people, we're finding it hard to swallow that mistake. You hear somebody inside your apartment and you're a police officer, and the command is to stand down, call for backup before entering. You didn't see the big red mat that doesn't sit in front of your door, sitting in front of his door. You didn't see the plant. What happened to the witness that said that she had heard her banging on his door before? And now, on top of that, well, let's finish with the judge. Because of religion and that this young lady asked for a hug. First of all, when his brother gave the hug, I was done already. I'm not in that forgiving state, and I did a short video called I'm not in that forgiving mood. So we already talked about that. And, you know, I tell a lot of people that they are from the island. They don't view blackness as we view blackness in this country because, for the most part, they weren't participants in it. So they have a different view. Now, the judge felt it was necessary to come down and hug Amber, give Amber a Bible, give Amber a speech, just reassuring her that, you know what, you're not going to do this for 10 years, and you'll be out before you know it, and you'll be young, and you'll still be able to have a redemptive life and come out here and be a good citizen. She can't say anything like that to Botham James, can she? Now, did anyone run over and hug anybody on that side? I guess the one hug by the brother, that just sealed it for everybody. I think the mother came out and said something about that too. But in the midst of all this, we had the young man who testified, Joshua Brown. He was murdered a few days ago over the weekend. And now they're saying that it was part of a drug deal. He had moved out of the building where the incident happened. And supposedly they've caught one person. There's 2 other people on the run. But do we trust the Dallas Police Department? Are they framing brothers up? Is this a retaliation for him testifying? The timing just seems to be way off. And, you know, why would they kill him if they were going to buy drugs from him? The story just seemed kind of weird. They said Brown was shot him in the chest after Green and Brown got into an altercation during the drug deal. So I guess this is the detail that three identified as, I'm not going to say the names because they're too crazy. Zacharias, Michael, Thaddeus, all went to purchase drugs from Brown. That's the part that really disturbed me in the case. You know, let's bring up both them smoking marijuana in his house. And if he's smoking marijuana in his house and you don't smoke marijuana, didn't you smell the marijuana when you got into the house? Did you not notice the furniture? Was this premeditated murder? I don't know. I don't know if he was messing around with this girl or not. Just seems real suspect. So, not only are these people saying that they caught somebody for the crime, but they are immediately admitting to a drug sale and a killing. Jacarius Mitchell told police that Brown shot him in the chest after Green and Brown got into an altercation during the drug deal, and that Green then shot Brown twice, Moore said. Wow, let's just confess to crimes. I hope he realizes that if you with him and the crime goes down, somebody dies, then you get that crime too. Now they're saying that police confiscated 12 pounds of marijuana, 149 grams of THC cartridges, I guess that's for vaping, and 4,157 in cash during the search of Brown's home. This is what the prosecutor is saying. Now, during the trial, this guy was saying he was a former football player and had money and had businesses. So he goes from having businesses to all of a sudden having pounds of marijuana and THC in his home. It just sounds suspect. But nevertheless, this young man is dead after participating in the trial. And a lot of his testimony I didn't think really helped Botham's case, but it seemed to lean toward Amber's case. So, maybe this is one of those theories we have to throw away. But, we're always trying to be cautious of the stories that the police will tell us, because the police be lying. Let's just admit it. The police be lying. And what are we gonna do for that? I'm just still just amazed at this judge and the compassion for. I've never seen anybody, and you've seen plenty of people go to jail for more time for less than what she's doing, and it continues to be amazing. Now, I'm not sure how this new setup that they have is going on, but hopefully we'll get that situated before Thursday night show. I just wanted to get on and test some things out just to see how this is going to work, how this is going to pan out, and we'll have to troubleshoot. And it's still talking about key frame rates and stuff like this. So this is the first time that I'm using this. So I got an opportunity to have a quick discussion with you all. Like I say, we've been down for 27 days. We're back up, and that means that we're probably going to start doing some daily things just to, catch up, get everybody back reacquainted with the No PC show. And on that note, we're going to say love, peace, and soul, because we got to figure out everything that works with this new setup. Love you all. Peace. We out of here.